Station, this is Chelsea Bayarte with NASA Communications. How do you hear me?
Well, hello, Chelsea. We have you loud and clear. How us?
Butch, that's awesome. I hear you loud and clear as well. Thank you both so much for taking the time. We have a lot of people on the phone who are very excited to talk to you, so let's jump right in. Butch and Sunny, I'll toss it back to you first so you can kick us off with some brief opening remarks.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Chelsea. So, yeah, it's been quite an evolution over the last 3 months. We've been involved from the beginning through all the processes of assessing our spacecraft, Calypso, and it was trying at times. There were some tough times all the way through. You certainly, as the commander and the PLT of your spacecraft, you don't want to see it go off without you, but that's where we wound up. And through all the process, most of the news we heard, as we would hear things over the news waves and the different means that we have to get information up here, that 80% of the time you'd hear Sunny and Butch, Butch and Sunny, Sunny and Butch, Butch and Sunny. And I just want everybody to know how much we appreciate that. The concern for us specifically is very heartwarming and like I said, much appreciated. Every time I talk to someone that we're praying for you. There's prayers coming up for me and Sunny both. Street signs, people we don't even know across the nation. Sunny and Butch, we're praying for you. Come on back. All those things, and I can tell you, it really goes a long way, and we so much appreciate it. And even the opportunity to share a couple of thoughts now. I'm not sure how much we can share that you don't already know, but I know you've got some questions prepared, and we're ready to answer as best we can.
All right, thanks so much, Butch. Let's begin the Q&A. Media on the phone, if you'd like to ask our NASA astronauts a question, please press *1 on your phone to enter our question queue. We have several people dialed in today, and I want to get to as many of you as I can, so please try to ask just one question. But we'll begin now with Gina Sinceri with ABC News.
Good afternoon. So you're on an extended mission. You've done these before, but what are the ups and downs for you as you look forward to the rest of the mission?
Well, Sunny Williams has just been named the commander of the space station, and she'll take over in a couple of weeks. I'm going to let her start off with answering that question.
So I think, what we look forward to is being here and being part of the crew that's here. We've been part of Expedition 71. They're a great bunch of people, and we've tried to just jump in and do whatever we can. We're waiting for Nick and Alex to get up here as part of Expedition 72 once we hand over. We just got Don Pettit and Alexei and Yvonne here, so I mean, we're here with our friends. I think that's really a key part of being on the International Space Station and actually just doing the work. So that's, I think the up part is we're here with our friends. We've got a ride home, and, we're looking forward to the next couple months and doing a lot of stuff for the International Space Station.
We'll go now to Marcia Dunn with the Associated Press.
Butch and Sunny, when you launched, you figured you'd be back home in Houston to vote on Election Day. Have you requested your absentee ballots yet so you can vote from space? If you could elaborate on this, and what else are you missing on a personal note?
I sent down my request for a ballot today, as a matter of fact, and they should get it to us in a couple of weeks. And absolutely, yes, it's a very important role that we all play as citizens, is to be included in those elections, and NASA makes it very easy for us to do that. So we're excited about that opportunity.
And Marcia, same here. It's a very important duty that we have as citizens, and looking forward to being able to vote from space, which is pretty cool. You asked what we miss, right? Of course, the things that we always miss, our families. I miss my 2 dogs. I miss my friends. But you know what? Like Butch said, there are so many people on Earth that are sending us messages, and it makes you feel just right at home with everybody when we're able to have those conversations with our friends and family at home. So I know they understand. I know it's tough on them as well as, being away from home, of course. But everybody understands, and everybody's cheering for us to get back with Crew 9.
Our next question will be with Tom Costello with NBC News.
Hi, Butch and Sunny. Nice to see you both. Butch, I can't believe how fast your hair has grown in the few months you've been up there on station. can I ask you this question? I'm just wondering, recognizing that you're both team players and veteran NASA astronauts, do you feel let down by Boeing and Starliner and the fact that this is clearly not something you planned for your life?
Let down? Absolutely not. Never entered my mind. I don't think Sonny's either until you mentioned it. It's a fair question. I get it. I can tell you, I thought a lot about this press conference and what I might say, what I wanted to convey. And there's no way to convey every single piece of information that needs to be said to understand a majority of the questions that we might get asked. But I will say this. Sonny's got this shirt on. It's got that NASA meatball, we call it, on it. And that represents something that we stand for as an agency. We go beyond. We do things that are out of the ordinary. We send humans to space. And, yeah, we're here today on the space station. Even today, this operation, this is not easy. NASA does a great job. The people at NASA do a great job of making a lot of things look easy. Sending probes beyond the edge of our solar system, going and getting sample from asteroids, humans in space. And it's a very risky business, and things do not always turn out the way you want. Before we launched, we said, we're going to find things. Yep. That is the nature of test. Every single test flight, especially a first flight of a spacecraft or an aircraft that has ever occurred, has found issues. That's things that you just cannot think about. 90% of our training is preparing for the unexpected. And sometimes the actual unexpected goes beyond what you even think that could happen. And that's just the way it goes sometimes, because we are pushing the edges of the envelope in everything that we do. And it is not easy. And I'm grateful for the organization. I'm grateful for the people that are passionate about what they do, that we can make it look easy. We can go outside this International Space Station and do an EVA, a spacewalk, and things go off many times without a hitch, because we're making it look easy by dedicated efforts, monumental efforts on the ground and in space here to make it look that way. And it's like I said, it's not an easy thing to do, but that's not why we do it. Maybe we do it because it's hard, and pushing the envelope in any envelope is very difficult, regardless of where you're at. And in space is certainly the case.
We'll take our next question now from Stephen Clark with Ars Technica.
Hi, thank you for taking my question. Stephen Clark from Ars Technica. Butch, you mentioned this in your introduction for a moment, but both of you are veterans of the Navy captains. I just wanted to hear your thoughts from each of you on seeing your ship leave without you. What was that like, and were you staying up late to watch the landing the other day?
Well, we actually had a couple duties while we were getting ready to let Starliner depart. There's some things that the International Space Station has to get ready and be prepared and make sure that it understands that a visiting vehicle has undocked and it goes back to its normal regime of operating. So actually we were tasked with that. We were up in the cupola and we were watching our spaceship fly away at that point in time. So I think it was good. We had some extra activities. Of course, we're very knowledgeable about Starliner, so it was obvious, what was happening at each moment. We were talking to our control team, people, friends of ours that we know how much time and effort that they have put into this spacecraft, the excellent and precision activities that they're doing down on the ground. It was nice to have that, one-on-one conversation over the space to ground as Starliner was leaving, just knowing that she was in their hands and they were going to do the best that they could to get her back home. Other thoughts about seeing it leave, like you mentioned, we're both Navy. We've both been on deployments. We're not surprised when deployments gets changed. I mean, our families extended. Our families are used to that as well. So that's not a humongous surprise. I think, like Butch said, this is test. I think before we even flew, we had an interview with a lot of you and mentioned the same thing, that You know, a test flight means that we're probably going to find some stuff. We've done as much as we can to look at the envelope that we're going to operate in, but this is the first time that we've had humans in space in Starliner, and we did find stuff, and you know, we made the right decisions, and we're here, and that's how things go in this business. Like Butch said, it's risky, and that's how it goes in the business.